Hello everyone, and welcome to my June and July art making vlog. I've had to put the two vlogs together to make one slightly longer one because I did not have time to sit down and make a video, and I realistically knew that was going to happen because I started preparations for one of the biggest stalls that I do in the year, which is the Lazy Days Music Festival in Essex. I have done it this year and last year, and I'll probably do it again next year because it is a really big event, and it was really great. It was good fun. It was good fun preparing for it, and that is mostly what I'm showing you here today in this vlog, as well as some other little bits that I got up to in these 2 months. So get a nice drink or a snack and settle in for some art making and art making adjacent stuff. So we started June with a rather wet but nice little staycation in a little village, Alfriston, which our lovely neighbour got us for looking after her cats when she went on holiday. And yes, I did go in this swimming pool even when it was raining. It was such a nice experience. I'm so glad I'm just so glad to have such lovely neighbours because this was truly really awesome, and thank you very much, Michelle, because it was lovely. And it was so nice. The next day there was a bit more sunshine, so we could go for a walk and enjoy some of the countryside. This month we took the kids to see the Brighton Degree show, and it was amazing. Some really good pieces in there, very inspiring. I've also been making a lot of crochet creations this month, and this is just one of the little things that I have done recently. So this month I did some cyanotypes, and in the previous video I feel like I showed you kind of how to get started with that in terms of mixing part A with part B, but I didn't show you the entire process from start to finish. So here I'm getting out my little box of cyanotype papers, and I am taking my kale plant because that's what I wanted to do, and I'm going to place it in the sunlight. But if you'd like to make a cyanotype, I have made this little gif of things you'll need. So you'll need paper, cyanotype solution that's pre-prepared and put on your paper, some stuff, water and hydrogen peroxide, and of course sunlight. So I had already prepared my paper, which I showed you in the previous vlog, and I placed my plant on top of that paper, left it in the sunlight for about 3 minutes, and then washed it through and used hydrogen peroxide, which just really brings out that lovely blue colour. This one didn't go quite to plan, and I'll explain why in a second. I'm going to try again because the top didn't come out so well, and I'm a bit gutted. I used the last of my hydrogen peroxide on it to make it more blue, but what I'm going to do is cut some small branches, as I was saying before it cut me off. I'm going to try again, but I'm going to cut small sections because I think the reason it didn't work so well up here is because they were too far away from the paper. Yeah, I'll try again and I'll show you. So round 2 for cyanotypes, I placed the plants a little bit closer to the paper. The sunlight was just able to get in underneath that shadow, I think, because it was too far away from the paper. But other ways to make cyanotypes, which I drew in my little gif, is you can actually print on acetate, which is like see-through plastic. So you can take your photography, and if you print it and then turn it into a negative, you'll get that image on your actual piece of cyanotype paper, and it looks really really cool. And we did it in my art class a couple of months ago, and I think they came out really quite amazingly. And we tried it on all different coloured papers as well, which also gives you really cool varied results. But yeah, this time round the print went a little bit better, and it looked more kind of cyanotype like. I think I might add some gold to these. I feel like blue and gold is a really good combo. So this month I did a lot of preparation for my stall at Lazy Days, and I started off by doing some scanning in of my sketchbook images, which were these pigeons and some other little bits, and actually turning them into stickers. And I just really love the process of making stickers from start to finish. I think it's so satisfying and it's so simple and easy. It's very good endorphin activity. So yeah, I just kind of cut them out on Infinite Painter and neaten it up and change any colours if I need to, and then I can print it on my Epson printer, which I haven't done a review of yet, but it's really awesome so far. This is how the first one came out. Not so good. Haven't used my printer in a while though, so troubleshooted. And they came out like this. Very cute, very cute. And I'm printing on holographic. And then I'm going to print on this clear sticker paper, which has little triangles, sort of holographic. Don't really know if you can see that. Maybe a little bit. Ooh. Oh yes. Now, is that not just the cutest set of shiny pigeons? Again. Here are just a few of the designs that I scanned in from my sketchbook and turned into snazzy stickers. I really love the holographic ones, especially the banana and the pickles. I also did some fun stuff in my art class this month. We did ink and charcoal. Just a quick snippet there. So that's the sticker on top. Mystery frog box. Little menu. Other little menu. I guffed up the sticking there. And then inside, open it up, and there's the frog. And here's the adoption card. We can put his name and hobbies, and also I'm going to stuff this with some like colourful tissue and stuff, so it's like even more of a mystery. Woo! So I've been experimenting quite a lot with products that I can sell at my stall. I kind of wanted to make things look a little bit more professional. A lot of the time I worry that my stall looks a little bit like a jumble sale because there's just so much stuff on it. So I wanted to make like a really fleshed out thing that hopefully I'm kind of looking to sell on my website soon. I haven't put anything up yet because I literally nearly sold out of everything, which is amazing. But I made 64 of these frog boxes, and each one of them, so there's 6 designs. So I made 10 of 4 of the designs and 12 of 2 of the designs, and I sold nearly all of them. Whew. We are in the middle of British heatwave, which I know for the rest of the world doesn't mean much, but for us Brits who are not used to it, means it's kind of spicy at the moment. I was just popping on here to show you the completion of 2 products I've been working on. So here we have the Not Greg's sausage roll, a little cute crochet sausage roll in a Greg's Adjacent bag. And then we have my mystery box, which I may have already shown you, the mystery frog boxes that I'm going to be selling on my stall at the Lazy Days festival. So I've completed the packaging, I'm happy with the products. I'm now just going to make a ton of them today. It's actually a Thursday and it was so hot that my school closed today. I am damp to the touch. I'm going to stick my fan on again, which I've only temporarily turned off because I wanted to talk to you, but I'm going to just film a little bit today and take it easy and try and stay cool. And I'm definitely going to be jumping in the sea at some point because it is just too hot. I've got every window in the house open, so it's a bit of a gust coming through. Thought I'd also show you some key rings. Some key rings that I've been working on. So I've been doing like these little star key rings, which I think are so cute actually, and they're very simple. But last year I noticed a lot of kids come to my stall and I just wanted to make some slightly cheaper items, and kids really like key rings, and I did have some last year, but I sold out fairly quick, so I thought I'd make a few more this year, and they're very cute on like a little bag, like as a bag charm or something. So I'm probably going to be making the packaging for these today and deciding on the price. I was thinking like £4 or £5 because they still take a little while to make, but I want it to be affordable obviously for kids with their pocket money and whatnot. Anyway, I have to get this fan on because I'm dying. And here is a view of all of the prototypes of my little frogs from my frog boxes. I got a little bit distracted this day, and rather than do the packaging for the key rings, I actually made some new key rings. I made these little pickle key rings, which I had this idea to have them in a little jar with tongs that I could take out and put into a little paper bag, and it was very cute.
New Year coming up. I should just get rid of all this stuff. I could take these off your hands.
So we're finally in July, and at this point I think I was driving myself and Jordan mad just from the state of the living room, but I had crocheted quite a lot by this point, but I just kept going, you know, because you can never have too much stock. And I made these little fruit cats, which I'm pretty proud of as well. And then finally when we got to the festival, setup was kind of fairly simple. You can deliberate for as long as you like about where you put things, but ultimately I like to just get it up and then I can kind of change it throughout the day if it's not working. But yeah, I had a lot of stuff to go on my stall. In the end, I actually, because there was a spare table, I put the frog boxes out on another table to fill like the empty space, which really helped actually kind of sell some more of them, so that was great. But yeah, I had a great time setting up, great time sitting and listening to music. It's not like doing a normal stall where you're like, you know, in a church hall or something. But yeah, I think it looked really good. I think my colours all went together really well, and I'm very proud. It was really good fun. I made so much stuff, and yeah, it was really, really rewarding process of selling your things at the stall. once each day was over, we got to go and relax and see some really cool bands, and one of the highlights was seeing Feeder, which was like my childhood, and they played all my favourite songs. It was a blast from the past. It was great. As I'm cleaning, who do we have here? Why are you hiding, bunny girl? Smudgy. No, I'll let you be. Oh my god, look at how much cleaning, tidying I have to do. After the store, I kind of just had a few days to relax at home. I stayed in mostly and tidied up after the great crochet calamity of my living room, and I didn't think I'd ever want to crochet again, but I ended up doing this slow poke for a friend, which I haven't given it to them yet because it's for their birthday, and I just did some nice slow things like picking blackberries and enjoying being in the sun. Blackberry picking today in our own back garden. They're pretty big. Never ever been blackberry picking this early in the year. It's still July. It's about to be August tomorrow. But yeah, we've got a ton of beautiful blackberries. We're going to make some jam. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and for interacting with my videos. I do have a website which I will link in the description below, so if you have seen anything in this video and you think, oh, I'd quite like to buy something, I do have some items in my website. And thanks for interacting with the video and coming along and supporting my journey. What more can I say? If you have any questions about the cyanotype process or any process that I've shown in previous videos, please leave me a comment and I will get back to you. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a lovely rest of your week. Bye.